So this video is going to be a little different. Instead of doing voiceover after I'm taking all of the videos, I will try to show you my thinking process when I'm what I'm thinking before I'm doing everything. Today we're going to do something that you guys requested, at least this guy. First of all, our project today is to summon Alexa with a different summon word. For example, a Google would be nice. This is not my first project with Alexa. You can see the previous project I made with Alexa, which was summon it with a clap, right here, or here, or here, somewhere around, maybe here. It wasn't so good. Anyway, so this time we need to make something else. It's completely different mechanism. We need to take a Raspberry Pi that will listen to us all the time. When the Raspberry Pi will detect a word that we selected to be the summon word, it will trigger Alexa, poor Alexa, it will trigger this button on Alexa. As you can see, this was the button on a certain point. No? Every project I'm taking starts with a good research. So where do you go for a research? Google. Okay, so what we need to do? First of all, we need to think, how can we connect a microphone to the Raspberry Pi Zero? This looks like a very nice option, but I don't want to wait for it. So, no, we need to find something else. I also have this one, so I think this would be the best solution for us. But we still need a microphone, and I do have a microphone from my smart desk project, but it's really low quality. I mean, but it works, it's only for detecting summon words. So okay. I think we will use just an ordinary microphone with this sound card. There is a different problem. The Raspberry Pi have a USB in, but it's a micro USB, as you can see. So we need to get some adapter, which I have somewhere. I think I saw it like
12 seconds later.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So we do have a micro USB to female USB, but it's really long wire. I mean, it's not long wire, but it will be long for our project. We need to think every time. We need to think about that it will be in a very small package. So maybe we'll find a different solution, or we just make it like this and it will be okay. The second thing is, sorry smart desk, but oh, where is it?
A few moments later.
The second thing we need is this USB to microphone and audio out. And this is also kind of big, so there is two options. Maybe we can connect directly the microphone to the soldering points and connect directly the wires instead of this bulky USB. But basically this is the configuration. This connects here, this connects to the USB out of the Orange Pi Zero, and now we can connect the microphone to the Raspberry Pi Zero, and I think this is a plug-and-play solution, so it will work out of the box. But we do need to make it smaller because I already see that it will not fit a small package. You see? It will not fit a small package, so we need to do something about it. So while I was looking for a different adapter that I can destroy without feeling bad about it, and also which is smaller, so it will be even better for our project, I found an old headphones, like in-ear headphones I had, that have this microphone inside. This is the button board, and on the other side we can see a microphone. I will show it to you in the other camera. So we will try to connect this as well. So as I mentioned earlier, we would need to make this part much smaller and get rid of the bulky USB connector and these two audio connectors. We will need soldering iron, of course, and we will also connect the input of this circuit board into this little microphone. So the best way to remove everything that is soldered is, first of all, put more solder on it. Counterintuitive, I know, but this is how I do this stuff. Don't forget to open a window and make sure you're working in a well-ventilated area. Perfect. Now we got rid of this bulky part. The easiest way to get rid of these connectors would be to connect something to it, so we got more leverage. And again, we will use a lot of soldering iron. This time it will be more difficult because there is space between each soldering point. Amazing. One out. Perfect. Oh, and guess what? Now it says on the PCB which one is the microphone and which one is the speaker, which they wrote as fine. Okay, so what we will need only the microphone, so it doesn't really matter. Now we will need to solder wires to the USB connection and to the microphone port. This is extra fine wire I have, that I really needed an excuse to use it, so now would be a perfect time. Okay, great. So we will use one color wire to everything, which is an awful idea, but this is what we have for now. How long should it be? I'm not sure. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. First we will need to... This is the soldering iron. Let's turn it off. First we will need to get rid of the plastic on this connector. I totally forgot about it. Okay. So, this is the scary part. Damn. As you can see, we got 4 wires, 2 for the power and 2 for the data. But we will need it even smaller. We just need to make sure that we connect the wire in the correct way. So we can see that this is the black one, and then I think it's the green one, and which obviously afterwards is the white one and then the red one. So let's try to keep everything organized. Okay. I always like to thin my wires before I solder them. Right. Now let's. I think it's okay. Looking okay. Let's think this is enough wire. Next. I really like this wire. It's like I think it's silicone. It's very easy to peel and very easy to solder. This is the first time I'm using it and I really like it. I will leave a link in the description. Look how easy it is. Are you ready? Amazing. Okay. Looking good, but just to make sure, let's check for short. Okay, clear. The next thing we need to do is to shrink everything with heat shrink. Let's see what we have. This looks like a good one. Is it? Nope. Maybe this one? Yep. So as you can see, this part is a bit thicker, but I don't like the idea of taking a bigger one just for this, because when you take a bigger one it will be more loose. So what I like to do is to take something to make it just a little bit bigger, and let's check it out. Yep, amazing. But we need to do it from the other side. Yeah. Let's make it smaller. Now, if we close it now, we will not know what every connection is, because we used all white wires. So we can take a marking pen. I think this was the red one. This was the red one, and this was the black one. Okay, now I don't have another color. We can mark the green one as half black and So now we can heat shrink it. I do have a heat gun, but I'm feeling kind of lazy right now, so I will use my burner. Looking good. Now we need to connect this to here. Let's mark it. Minus. And to be honest, I have no idea which one is the green and which one is the white. Let's start with the power. So this is the old connection. This is the minus. Oh, almost forgot. Let's make it all at once. Let's see if there's any short. Okay, this was the scary part. There is no short, and there is no short. Great. So this is supposed to work. Now I will need to solder the microphone. My microphone only have 2 connections, but there is 3 connections here that I guess we will combine 2 of the wires together. Oh, wait a second, maybe it's already connected together. Yep. Oh, yep. So this connection and this connection are connected together. So I think we can use only 1 wire. Let's steal it. And cut it because it's too big. Need to use a different tip for this soldering, but never mind. Let's do it this way. This is 1, and this is 2. Great. And that's it. Now let's connect the microphone that I got from the headphones, which I'm not sure if it will really work, but let's give it a shot. I'm in the mood for some flux on these wires. Don't ask me why. Great. And great. Perfect. Okay, so we can see here that this is probably the ground wire and this is the other wire, and here we can see a sign that looks like G, so let's say this is the G, like for ground. too much soldering iron. And looking good. Okay. Let's heat shrink it. Yep, perfect fit. Okay. We will need something like this. So perfect. Okay, so this is the old circuit together. All of this is only for the microphone part. Now we need to take care of the Alexa part.
Video is already too long, so I've decided not to share the Raspberry Pi configuration and the Google speech-to-text installation in the video. You can still find an easy how-to in my website, link in the description.
Okay, so by now I tried it with this microphone, which worked, and with this microphone, also worked, and with this microphone, which also worked. But with all of this microphone there is a same problem, which is a hissing sound that is very annoying and I can't get rid of. Even when there is no microphone connected here, you can still hear the hissing sound. So I think that, it was connected to this specific PCB was connected to my previous project, my smart desk project, and it worked with Google Speech. So I think that it will also work in this case with the hissing sound, because you can hear words. You can hear the hissing sound right now. And as I say, I can't get rid of it with this board. I think this is the problem here. Or maybe it's the Pi, but never mind, it will still continue. And if we won't be able to use the Google Speech library, I will replace the board with something else. But for now, I think it will be good enough for us.
Next thing we need is a case to wrap everything together.
Alexa, stand 3D print. Yeah, I already look for a stand and this one looks gorgeous. I think this is this one, but it's printed with two colors. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, so it's this one and it's printed with two colors. And now, after we download it, we need to import it into Tinkercad.
What I did here was basically extending the bottom part of the case to make space for the Raspberry Pi. Then I've positioned cylinder shapes in order to hold Alexa in place above the Raspberry Pi. And the final part was to add a Raspberry Pi Zero stand to screw the Raspberry Pi to.
I'm happy with this, I think we can print it. It's not a bad print at all.
Now it's just a matter of plugging everything in place. First I've connected a small USB power cord to the power in, then I've connected the microphone USB. I glued it into place using some hot glue, and I also glued the microphone facing outwards so it can hear me. Looking good, let's continue. According to the original plan, I now needed to tear down Alexa and connect wires to the summon button. Just before taking the cover off, I regretted and decided to make a more Alexa-friendly solution. A small servo which will be connected to the Raspberry Pi and will click the summon button using code. I quickly soldered 3 wires to the Raspberry Pi, 5V, ground, and I/O out pin of the Raspberry Pi, which we will be controlling using code. I've also printed a ring that fits snugly on the top part of Alexa and holds the servo in the correct position. I then connected the wires to the servo and wrapped the connection in electrical tape. Alexa and the Raspberry Pi getting power from different power sources. One is from a portable battery and one is from the outlet.
Okay, Google. Alexa. Okay, Alexa is now ready.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa. Hey Google.
That's not a name I can respond to.
Oh really? Are you ready? Yep. Okay Google. What's your name?
My name is Alexa.
Are you sure?
That's tough to explain.
Okay Google. Okay Google. Hey Google. Okay Google.
That's not a name I can respond to.
Thank you for watching this far. What would be the perfect wake word for your Alexa? Let me know down in the comments. Now if you would like to try something similar yourself, there is few things you need to know. First of all, using Google Cloud Speech is not free. Google Cloud Speech is what I used in order to convert speech into text. It will cost, I think, a small amount of money per minute of use, but you need to know that my script, for example, run this script continuously. It means after it stops, it restarted. So I guess that running it for a long time will cost some money. I only use it to prove you a concept, but I will not use it for full time. Let me know if you find any way to do it without paying for it. If you would like to do it yourself, I will leave links in the description to my website where you can find everything you need to do in order to make your Raspberry Pi work with Google Cloud Speech. I will also leave the script I used in order to move the servo each time we detect one of these saved words, which in my case was Bixby, Hey Siri, Hey Google, and Babe. Okay. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments. I will try to answer all of them. And again, thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.
My name is Alexa.